You're listening to the City World Radio Network, high-definition digital radio broadcasting from the city to the world. www.cityworldradio.com.
Once again up front with Frank Rothstein on City World Radio Network, broadcasting to you live from wherever the hell we are today. Right about now, I'm sitting in front of my houseplants watching them grow because for lack of sports, I need some action. Sitting with me somewhere in the world, facing another direction, of course, is the remote Jade Zabrick, and she is working on her Skies Crescent radio because we took a look at her website. We said it's a radio station, but it's not. It's really chiffon. We poured some water on it. We're going to see if anything grows. Also, you can find her on Instagram, Facebook, this book and that book as the Train Walkers, and you can see them broadcast on Instagram and anywhere else you can find music because they're everywhere. They're walking in trains. Cool. How is everybody this week? Well, if you're in New York, the odds are you're still drying your clothes out because the rains we have been getting lately, wow. I haven't seen such violent rain since I was in the desert. I mean, and if you're thinking that Las Vegas is not the desert, think again. It gets violent out here now. 10, 15-minute downpours. I see lightning striking everything around here. Damn. I can make a good cheap sci-fi movie from my roof. But that's what's going on here right now. A lot of clean windshields and a lot going on in the world. And I do have some stories. We do have some music. I've been trying to find some new music as of late. But a lot of it, well, I got a couple of old ones. And I got a couple of people released a few things. So the usual mishmash of music, it works for me very well. One thing I do miss is my radio. Everybody has a playlist now. And even when you go onto a service, whether you go into Spotify or iTunes or this tune or iHeart, or wherever you go, you put in a playlist and you automatically get somebody else. I miss turning on the radio. It's fun. What else is going on in the world? How is everybody's week? How is everybody's week? Everybody hanging in, still quarantining, and you're going outside with your masks, but compromising and poking holes in them, so you could smoke and put a straw. I still say the best mask I ever saw. No, I'm not kidding around. I forgot her name. There's a girl out of college somewhere who realized that people who are hearing impaired couldn't communicate. A lot of times they're reading lips. So it became hard for people to communicate because not everybody knows sign language. So she designed a mask with a plastic front. Right where your mouth would be, she cut a hole in the material, inserted a plastic so you could see the mouth. That's pretty good. And I inquired, I actually sent her an email asking for it, but like so many other people who designed good-looking masks and made a few for their friends and put up a social media site for it, it became work. So she sent me a link for a how-to so I could do it myself. I didn't want to do it myself. I wanted to buy it. Oh, wow. Let's see. I've worked really hard to go searching for dumbass stories this week. And I even bought new shoes for that big, long hike so I can go out and find it on my own. I didn't have to. The stories came to us. This is my favorite story because I don't know, as bad as this is, I don't know if you can get dumber. I'm sorry they didn't try it out themselves to see if it worked. So at Jimmy John's, I don't know if anyone's heard this one or not. Jay, did you hear about Jimmy John's? Okay, at Jimmy John's, employees make a bread dough noose. You got it? A bread dough noose, like dough. And they make a noose and they put it around their neck and they film themselves like imbeciles. Even the story starts off with a bunch of idiots working at a Jimmy John's sandwich shop in Georgia are now out of a job because a handful of them made a noose out of their grub. They took the raw dough and they put it around their neck and then somehow tied a knot. Well, that didn't go over too well with management because them and the manager are now fired. So what I'm sorry they didn't do was take these waste of food nooses, go up to the roof, tie the loose end to something, and then jump off. Now, either the noose will hold and they'll hang themselves, or it'll snap and they'll fall to the ground and break their neck. You know why? Because they're too dumb to live. So, but the best part of the story is not that they're fired, not that... the best part is everyone now knows them. They're screwed. I don't know what they were thinking of. I don't see any kind of statement of what they were thinking, of what they were trying to do. They just did. Well, there's the statement from the officers: we have zero tolerance for racism and discrimination of any form. All well and good, and promptly fired them on the spot. But this group of guys, again, test drive that noose on the roof and see if it holds you up so you can hang yourself, or it breaks and you fall and break your own neck the natural way. So this is why people are too dumb. This is why I'd rather talk to dogs and cats. And whatever happens to them from now on, I'm sure they're going to deserve it. Because everybody in every paper, especially locally, got a good picture of them. Next up in the world, reading a story. I'm just going to shift gears from business to people to money to whatever funny stuff I got. I'm reading CNN Business today, and it says Black Friday, as we know, is finally dead. And, of course, my computer is now frozen. Yeah. And pretty much what it means is because of the pandemic and everything being closed and all that's going on, usually Black Friday is, the day after Thanksgiving. That may not be the case anymore. Again, we're in the beginning of July. I don't see people bouncing off of each other to get to that last little toy in the store anytime soon. And so as Black Friday, as we see it on the news, when we laugh at everybody who's waiting there for 6 hours to get online to go barge in there to fight over whatever they want to get their kids. When your time has to be worth something. I don't know what money they're saving, but I know they can get it cheaper, or they can get it just as cheap the next day somewhere else. But the tradition of Black Friday, yeah, that could be a little bit done for now. I mean, I'm starting to. It's 5:10. Look at us go. Look at us go. Things are taking shape already. And I'm looking out the window again. Holy crap! It's going to pour on me again. That's it. I haven't showered yet. I'm going to stand outside because believe me, the rain that's been coming down as of late has a lot more pressure in the water than the shower in my building. So from now on, when I see these clouds, I'm just going to bring a little shampoo with me, a little soap, and that'll be it. And if I get arrested, well, hey, at least I'm clean. I think we're going to play a little music now because I'm already rambling like a nut. Which, by the way, if you want to ramble with me, write to me at upfrontfrank@gmail.com. upfrontfrank@gmail.com. Let's see. I know Jade has the first song, Lee. Yep. She said yep. Her patented yep. I wanted to say yep one time, but she threatened to sue me. She has a copyright on it. So I went on to, of course, my friends over at YouTube, which means I said some random music channel. I went back to Bopflix, and they have a bunch of new music. So I picked one. And this is Leslie's Dynamite's Sweet Goodbyes.
Hey man, get out of my way. To tell me, man, it's the game you play. Kissing someone else's lips, kiss a man I'm sure you will miss. Hey man, get out of my way. Oh boy, pack your things and go. Treating me this way, the worst thing I know. Acting like everything's fine, honey. I thought you'd always be mine. Oh boy, get out of my way. The day that you left me with tears in my eyes. The day that you left me crying. Some nights when these days are over, I feel that I'll rise. I'll leave you in the pines. I'll tell you sweet goodbyes. No more lies, no more sighs, just sweet goodbyes. Hey man, get out of my sight. The anger I feel now I can't hide. Better stop now telling me lies. The truth is you're the devil in disguise. Hey man, get out of my sight. The day that you left me with tears in my eyes. The day that you left me crying from nights, but these days are over. I feel that I'll rise. I leave you in the pines. I'm telling you sweet goodbyes. No more lies, no more sighs, just sweet goodbyes. Hey man, the wounds have started to heal. I realize your love wasn't real. The memories I left behind. Let me tell you, honey, you're out of my mind.